Ladies and gentlemen, now I've got some very mixed feelings about this one. So the third piece for the 7-star Stellar Forge version of Star-Lord has just appeared in the game. It is going to be getting a Gladiator Circuit promotion for Battlegrounds this season. So you've got to fight your way up all the way through Vibranium, get one, get the promotion, and you're going to get the third piece, which is the super cool trench coat. And there's also the Invade Essence for Imperiosa and 5 of the Minion Crystals for the 7-star Stealth Suit Spider-Man chase milestones as well. Now, one of the interesting things in particular about this season, I believe this is the longest season of Battlegrounds that has ever been added to the game. If you see, like, right at the top, this is actually a 6-week season. So this one is going to last 42 days, and they've completely redone some of the chase milestones as well. To kind of get some of the biggest accounts, hopefully into that Gladiator circuit a lot faster, so you have more of an opportunity to climb up the higher brackets. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of an interesting one to see how it plays out. I would imagine, again, for the first week or two, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Like, a lot of the big whale accounts are going to be in the higher tiers. Everybody's coming, like, hot off the chase of Cyber Weekend. I would personally expect it is just even more common to see like a full roster of 7-star rank 4 characters now. But hopefully all of those accounts are going to filter up much quicker into the Gladiators circuit. So yeah, we've got like 10,000 Radiance for winning, and then the 100 milestone, the 100 rating milestone in the Gladiator circuit has been moved down to 75. And they've also moved down the 200 to 150, and they've added in 2 additional ones for 225 rating and 300 as well. And you have 4 and 5 weeks to do those last 2 Battlegrounds objectives. So yeah, there's a lot of additional Radiance on offer for people that are gunning for the Gladiator circuit, going for those high milestones. And I think that's kind of like the right thing that this season needs to push it in a direction of just getting like as many of those whale accounts out of the non-Gladiator circuit, so other people, realistically have a chance to grind up and farm. But I think this season is still going to be brutal. It's still going to require a fair bit of application. But I like for this one specifically because it's Christmas, it's Banquet. There's a bit more time involved to it as well. Like the 6-week period, I think. You think about all of the people that can be promoted in those additional 2 weeks, especially when all of the big accounts are going to be trapped and sectioned off in the Gladiator circuit. I think maybe weeks 4 to 6, it becomes somewhat more achievable to get up there, but I think we're going to have to see. So yeah, I am somewhat, optimistic that there may be a chance that even my free-to-play account might be able to make it up here in the 6-week period, because every single week the matches are just going to get a little bit easier. So yeah, that's what I'm hopeful for, but my advice would be, for any free-to-play or anybody that really wants to make the push for this, that's kind of been on the verge of it, is like just spend the next like 2 to 4 weeks kind of just decking out your roster as much as you can, and then kind of make the big push after that as well, and just take a little while to kind of absorb the meta, see which characters are doing very good, see which champions are very cheesy, and see if you can use those to your advantage, because this is going to be in comparison to the other 2 pieces, this one is going to be a very, very difficult one to acquire. So yeah, I just wanted to give that heads up. It is brutal. We did expect it when we did the initial breakdown video, because looking at the Deathless characters, 3 out of 4 of those did have pieces that were tied to a Battleground season, but I don't think any of those seasons were extended to 6 weeks. They were all 4-week seasons. So yeah, I'm somewhat optimistic about the opportunity that could arise with, again, having these Radiance milestone pushes to hopefully encourage a lot of the sweatiest players, the whales, just to get into the Gladiator circuit quickly, and then opening up maybe a bit more opportunity for more people to climb up and get this third piece of Stellar Forge Star-Lord. So just to give potentially a little bit of hope there, maybe, who knows? Who knows what it's going to be like in those final weeks? I'm not too sure, but I don't believe there's ever been like a 6-week Battlegrounds season before, but I'm also like a filthy Battlegrounds casual, so yeah, don't 100% quote me on that one. But yeah, I like to think that there is more opportunity in the air potentially with this one. And then we also have the update to the Battlegrounds store as well. Now with this update, there are reductions to prices, increases in quantities, and also new items added as well. Now I can tell you right now, from looking at this from the free-to-play perspective, the tier 6 CC in this, like the selector for 2k for half of one, that is very nice. I absolutely love this. Even on the main account, at certain points, I've been bottlenecked by like tier 6 CC. So just having like a fairly cheap one of these that is like half of a fully formed catalyst is pretty damn huge there. So that one, I think, like really outweighs the value of just getting like, what is it, 225% crystals? So yeah, it just seems like, you know, maybe go for the selectors there. The tier 4 alpha, is still not in an amazing spot. It's all right, like it's not terrible, but like I really like the tier 4 alpha. You get just so much more in alliance from a bit of glory. So yeah, I was a little bit underwhelmed by the what is it, the tier 4 alpha update personally. Tier 2 alpha, don't really buy too much of that unless you're catching up on things. The tier 7 basic is so expensive, dude. It's so expensive, and you get really not too much. It's still one of those ways, alongside many other ways, that rank 4 characters will slowly flow in. But yeah, this is a way to burn like all of your tokens very, very quickly. The 7-star hero crystal shards, I don't think I've seen much of an adjustment. I think they had like a 200 cost reduction. So yeah, not that much of a change. There's like 600 off the tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. You know, some of those maybe to get you up to a certain milestone are always nice to have. The T5 class catalyst selector for emergencies is pretty nice as well. And then we get to the relic stuff. So the relic stuff is a little bit interesting because, you know, if you want to consider the value in this, you really need to have like a good 6-star awakened battlecast relic, because a lot of the relics that have these specific abilities that really synergize with a certain character are just absolutely cracked. Like Venom with a Venom relic, Juggernaut with the Juggernaut relic, Guardian with a Hulkbuster relic, the Black Panther relic's amazing, the Ant-Man relic for Spider-Ham or Spider-Woman. You've got all of these amazing relics, and kind of rank 3 and rank 4 for a lot of these is where you just start to gain like insane benefits and bonuses. Like the shock duration, or the Hulkbuster relic for Guardian on the special 2, is 67% more duration and 67% more damage. This is a game changer, dude. The special 2s just absolutely nuke opponents off the face of the earth. And for the Venom one, you know, he's just got an insane amount of like crit damage, bleed damage now, and he just shreds everything. So yeah, you have to be like really interested in a certain kind of relic pairing, but it is just one thing to like consider as well, because the relic stuff, it is, you know, getting where it can be worth it in comparison to just like collecting scraps if you want to take that character that you already have at rank 4 just to the next level in terms of their ability to perform and kind of nuke down opponents. So yeah, the tier 4 alloy, the tier 3 alloy, it all has potential value, but it is very expensive as well. But again, it can be that expense that could be worth it if you get the right one, because then you're going to roll something that is going to upgrade a character that maybe you already are using and love quite significantly. Again, a lot of these relics when upgraded are like a 20 to 100% damage boost when they're paired with a right character. There are some really nasty combos, and there are also some very ineffective combos as well. So you've got to make sure, you know, you're kind of aligning everything up and you know what you're ranking up and why you're ranking it up before going like crazy on relics. But yeah, it is a potential choice there if you do want to go down the route of pursuing rank 4 relics and having more access to that. And you got some tier 3 basic alloy as well. So yeah, just all of the relic stuff, it's kind of up to you, depending on where you are at in terms of your progression there. And then going down, we've got stuff like 6-star hero crystal shards, the sig stones, the 5-star ones, kind of a lot of lesser used things generally speaking, unless you know, specifically need them for a niche. And then we do also have the 7-star signature stone bundle, which is 10 of these, or sorry, one of them is 2,700. So if you want to get 20 levels on a specific 7-star champion, that is going to be about, what is it, 54,000? Versus if you were to just organically dupe them in a crystal like this, which is still going to be, what is it? It's 50% more than this, so it's going to be 44,500. So Yeah, again, it's the ability to like target a specific character and give it 6 stones is very powerful, so you know, both for the effectiveness and also the prestige. But again, this is going to be very expensive to do. Like, everything does add up very quickly, and for what you're getting for 10 levels, it's just important to consider and weigh up, you know, where am I at in progression, how much do these levels benefit me? Because I do think like some people are maybe sleeping on the value that they would get if they upgraded a certain relic that pairs really well with one of their favorite characters. If they could get that relic up to rank 3 and rank 4 versus maybe just putting more SIGs in it. Again, there are lots of things to calculate, but the most important thing, generally speaking, is you have that character at rank 4, so you've got to be in that position, you know, where you've already got the tier 7 from some sort of source. But yeah, you are really just like scraping the bottom of the barrel with the cost of that tier 7 there. It is very expensive. I think my favorite thing from this update is like the 50% selector, and just having access. Like, personally, I'm probably just going to be looking to get a lot more relics up to rank 4, the Battlecast ones, because like, I've seen what they've done for Venom, I've seen what they've done for Guardian, and I'm just loving those characters on the main account as well. I want to get the Green Goblin one up and kind of play about with Yondu, and also the Valkyrie relic I think is going to be potentially a bit of an interesting one if we can get her from Banquet. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at personally on the whale account. I think on my free-to-play account, though, I'm probably just going to be picking up like the T6CC. I just had to double take because I'm like, okay, it's definitely like just much better value and cheaper, and I get exactly what I want if I go for the selector rather than the crystals. Because yeah, it's 1,200 and you get 2 of these crystals versus this being 2,000, and I can just pick the 50% of a specific one. So yeah, this seems to be the god tier pull. And then I think I'm probably just going to dump most other things into like tier 4 alpha, because you can still get like 28,000 and a bit fragments, so probably about 30,000 fragments actually, just versus the 3,500 tier 7. But I also know many people will be at the point where they're like, oh, I don't really care about anything else other than the tier 7, so I'm just going to tunnel that and just start farming that in. So yeah, I can appreciate that. And I think also, you know, if you are grinding a lot of Battlegrounds, this tier 7, it does add up over a period of time to get you several rank 4 champions. It really is just, you know, one of the small things that kind of flows in. But I just wanted to go through the store and kind of give you some things to potentially think about and consider with everything. But yeah, I have still kind of mixed feelings a little bit on the third piece coming so soon in Battlegrounds, but I will say overall I am very happy to see a much longer season here, and I think we can see some more things play out that don't usually get the opportunity to play out in those final 2 weeks. So I'll be thinking about my free-to-play strategy quite carefully, and how I'm going to build a somewhat viable roster from an account that is very lacking 30 champions that are viable for Battlegrounds right now. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting month and a bit, man. See if we can run up here. The challenge has really just been extended, and there's always the fallback thing of there should be a point toward the end of the challenge where if you miss a piece, right before Deathless Thanos release, there was a selector for 5,000 units, and if not, then the Radiant store came on a little bit later, and you know, you now have the Deathless selectors in here as well. So yeah, but generally those things are very expensive, right? So you wanna try your best to get the pieces in the primary way that they are released first, so you don't need to do these awkward catches. And yeah, 6-week season, little bit more hope for people out there than there usually is. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed today's breakdown. If you did, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.